One of the longest established businesses here in Strand Street will be closing its doors for good in September. It's just been announced. And with Louise Wyman, who's General Manager of the Strand Centre. This is part of the Strand complex, isn't it? What's happened here?
Yes, the Body Shop was one of our first shops to open 25 years ago when the Strand opened, and unfortunately their lease comes to fruition in September this year, and sadly Body Shop have told us that they won't actually be renewing their lease.
There are several reasons for this. Could you go through those?
I think the reasons that I'm stating are my personal reasons in relation to why I think the actual store is closing. Unfortunately, when the regeneration happened in the street, the Body Shop were actually hit quite hard with their footfall reduced, and they had regeneration outside their shop for quite a number of months, and basically that really hit them very, very hard. Sort of in addition to that, what I'm actually hearing from the retailers actually in the Strand Shopping Centre is the new increased car parking charges sort of have really hit us again, where people are just not wanting to come into street to actually pay the parking fees.
And you've also spoken about an 18% increase in taxation.
Yes, certainly some of the rates actually for the tenants actually in the Strand have actually increased by 18% this year. I'm not totally au fait with sort of like the workings of them, but I think they're all sort of referred to as the toilet tax. And obviously what's happening is they're decreasing in footfall, seeing a lot of competition with internet sales, and in return they're having a lot of fees actually and overheads go up for them, and it's not sustainable going forward.
Now, you're hearing complaints from your tenants. How serious is this? Are we likely to see more closures like this?
Well, I can say that a number of other tenants actually in the Strand Shopping Centre sort of haven't got too long on their leases, and I am sort of receiving feedback that unless they see some turns on the upwards sort of direction, that basically some of the other shops are actually at threat.
So there are shops at threat in the...
Yeah, there are actually of the shops that sort of aren't performing as well as they should be doing within the Strand Shopping Centre.
So what do you think should happen?
Well, I know that sort of in other town centres they have sort of done some initiatives where they have introduced free parking. I know in another town centre where the actual car parking tolls actually went out of action over a weekend, and the retailers actually in that region actually sort of reported 50% increase in sales. And I know Douglas Development Partnership have worked very hard in trying to get sort of free parking sort of in the town centre on various days. And when that's happened, such as sort of when they did the Independence Days, the actual tenants have reported that real increase in trade, and also the shoppers sort of feeding back to us that it's great not to have to be thinking to actually rush back to their cars to actually put tickets actually on them. So that would be a great help. I understand provisions have to be paid for and services have to be paid for, but I really do think we need to look at different initiatives to help save sort of local retailers on Douglas Town Centre.
And are you making any representations over this?
We have got some discussions going on. We've got a local retailers meeting happening later this week, and I know that that's going to be one of the agenda items where they talk about car parking and things like that.
And in the meantime, obviously, it's a shame to see such a long-established business go, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. The girls in the shop are great girls. Effectively, Body Shop has been on our high street sort of for a number of years. On the positive side, for some shoppers, there'll be some great discounts to be had over the next couple of months, which I obviously don't want to promote too much, but effectively get down and support your Body Shop while you can for the next few weeks.